Yes, people, as you can see, I managed to get myself into a very sticky situation. I almost died at the top of Snowdon on the Crib Goch route. Come with me as I take you on that journey. So it all started so well. We drove from London up to Wales, and this was just a town that we drove through, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I found myself falling in love with Wales very quickly. Before you knew it, however, we were up in the mountains, and the clouds were engulfing the mountains. And at that point, we didn't really overthink too much. We just thought, yeah, it's the norm, innit? The mountain is tall, it's gonna be in the clouds. This was us getting suited and booted, and that was the mountain that we were going to climb. We took the bus from the car park to the start, and we just sent it. We got right onto the trail, and these are just some of the videos and scenes that we were seeing. So at this point, everything was nice, everything was chill. We were just taking in the scenes. However, the wind started to pick up. As you could hear in that video there, the higher we got, the more intense and the more extreme the weather was getting. At this point though, it was still all smiles. It was all good. No one was really stressing. However, I do remember a few people, mainly just one of us, saying, should we really be doing this right now with the way this weather is looking? However, me being me, the adrenaline junkie, I said, of course. Sooner or later, we managed to hit Crib Goch and just listen. So as you could hear, the weather was really picking up. It was quite hostile, and that was just right at the start, right at the base. This is when the climbing first started, or the scrambling, and I actually really enjoyed it. For me, the weather wasn't too bad here. The climbing was wicked. I had a great time. My friends, however, I don't think they were enjoying it as much as me, but nevertheless, they got through it, and yeah, nothing but respect. Whilst scrambling, the weather only managed to get worse. We had done so much now that we really couldn't turn around and go back. Some of the scrambling that we were doing was literally vertical, so trying to go down with how slippery some of those rocks were, yeah, it just was not happening. So we had no choice but to push on, and this was us pushing on. The weather kept getting worse, and we very quickly started to realize what a mess we were putting ourselves into. With that being said though, there were still some smiles. However, worry and doubt started to creep in. It was absolutely freezing.
I can't feel a thing.
Yeah.
This is dad law.
I cannot feel a thing.
You're driving your kids down on the road. This is dad law. I'm going to tell them what I did with my uncle. My uncle.
So, whilst my friend was spitting them bars of knowledge, I started to cramp hard.
Hey, this is ridiculous.
As you could see, it was absolutely, we're at the top, we're at the summit, winds were kicking our ass, the rain was pouring, and my legs stopped working. My left leg completely seized up, it cramped up, and I couldn't move.
I'm completely cramped up, I can't move, and I'm literally on knife edge.
So yeah, as you could hear, I was on the phone to the authorities. We had to call 999 because, in the words of my boy, as he's about to say,
Had to call the authorities.
long story short, as we were climbing or navigating ourselves through or along the knife edge, both my legs completely cramped up and I literally couldn't move. I was screaming in agony, and luckily for us, we stopped at the only point along the knife edge where we could slightly crawl onto the side and be slightly sheltered from the wind. whilst on the phone to the authorities as they were trying to find our location, we started to sing to keep our hopes up and keep our spirits up. However, that quickly soon faded as we realized how horrible of a situation we got ourselves into. Hypothermia started to kick in because I was in shorts for the majority of the hike, for the whole thing pretty much, and I still couldn't move my legs. So at this point we were just trying to get through to the authorities so they could really find where we were. It was horrible. After being in and out of consciousness and after hallucinating, the authorities came. And when they came, I think it was around 11:20, 11:30. We had been on that cliff face since 6 o'clock. In the rain, in the winds. We were absolutely cooked. I was in and out of consciousness. I was hallucinating. And I think all of us on that cliff thought at one point we were going to die. Nevertheless, when the mountain rescue came, we couldn't have wished and hoped for more professionalism in that moment. They came, and when we saw their torches all over the summit, I think we all, the feeling that we felt then was, I can't describe it. They were so professional in the way they helped us. It was straight to the point, and they just got done what needed to be done, if that makes sense. Massive shout out to them, because without them coming at that time, I don't think I would be here. I'm going to repeat that again. If they didn't come that night, I'd be dead. My friends would have probably died too. So they honestly risked their lives to come out to save us. And I owe it to them to shout them out and to also tell all of you guys that they are volunteers. They don't get paid to do this. They do it simply because they want to. They are absolute lifesavers, and I got to shout them out. Literally, the only reason I could smile and joke then and have this cup of tea that they even allowed us to have were because they saved us. So for everyone that's still watching this video up to now, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Please check them out. Please donate to them. They literally saved my life. So if you care for me, if you love me on behalf of me, please donate. What they do isn't fun. It is life-threatening, and they're simply doing it because they can. So major shout out to them. Please show them as much love as possible. Please donate. And God bless all of them there, honestly. With all of that being said, I actually had a great time. If I could go back and change anything, I would only change the amount of preparation that we put into it. And everything in life, there's lessons to learn from. I've definitely learned a handful of lessons, including having a new appreciation and outlook on life. And you only get that by being very close to losing it. That being said, though, I love my friends. I couldn't have asked for better friends, better people to be doing stupidity with. And everyone at Mountain Rescue, God bless you all. You are genuinely all our lifesavers. And I'm thinking of doing Ben Nevis next. So hopefully that one goes ever so slightly better than Snowdon did. But with that being said, hope you lot enjoyed. Please like, follow, donate to the Mountain Rescue. And God bless everyone. Love.